In this video, I'll be introducing our new web dashboard at sharepredictions.com. It gives you the same AI signals you get from our API endpoints, but in a clean, no-code interface. You can just open your browser, sign into the system, and start exploring. The dashboard is built for people who prefer visuals over writing the code. You can scan the market parameter predictions for the overall market, the top 500 companies, and the penny stocks markets. Then you can drill down to the ticker level predictions with short-term volatility and export data to CSV files for deeper analysis if you want to. It runs on the same engine as our API endpoints. Predictions refresh before the US market opens at around 7 a.m. Eastern Time on each trading day. The forecast horizon is 10 market days, and coverage includes more than 5,000 US common stocks. So whether you use the charts or the API endpoints, you still get the same signals every day. So when should you use the API versus the web dashboard? The API itself is for automation and custom workflows in your own tools. The dashboard is, on the other hand, for fast visual scanning and quick decisions with no setup required. And if you have access to our API endpoints through our website, you will also have access to the dashboard as well. So if you already have an account, you can just sign in and your access level carries over. If you are new, you can subscribe and get both the dashboard and the API in one single plan. A quick reminder, these predictions are algorithmic and educational signals. They are not financial advice, and always do your own research before trading. Now let's jump into the browser and I'll show you how it works. So after signing in to sharepredictions.com, you find the predictions dashboard page through the menu, which is actually hidden just behind my picture here on the top right corner of the page. And you come here. There are two different options, two different tabs. One is called the market and the other one is called the stocks. The first tab is giving you the market level predictions, and these are either overall markets, the top 500 companies based on their market cap, and also the penny stocks markets. Additionally, you can pick whatever the option you want to see here actually on the chart below. You maybe want to add the penny stocks predictions, for example, then you just click on that one. If you click on the same item again, then it removes the line from the chart itself. Apart from the row predictions, you can also see the moving average of 5 days moving average of these predictions. For instance, if I go back to the last N predictions for simplicity, here we see the last 90 predictions for the overall markets. These are sort of going up and down all the time. Maybe I want to see the moving average, 5 days moving average of these predictions, so that maybe I get a better view. And this button here, just beside the overall market legend button, you can see the moving average of the predictions as well. So I can just remove the predictions so that it gives a sort of better view of how the predictions have been trending. Apart from the market level predictions, you can also come to the stocks tab where you can see the ticker level predictions if you want to. For example, one of the popular companies, lately it is Palantir. Let's see I can just write the ticker of Palantir, PLTR, so that you find the company. Alternatively, you can also write the name of the company, and you still find the same company in the search bar, so that it automatically finds whatever the thing or company you are searching for. And if you just click on that one, then we see the predictions and the prediction trend for this company for the past 30 market days, or in this case, for example, we are seeing the last 30 predictions for this particular company. And again, you can see the last 10 predictions maybe, or last 90 predictions. And additionally, maybe you want to see a date range, and then you can just pick a range of dates, let's say from the 14th of July until the 20th of August. Now we see the predictions. On the primary y-axis here, we see the values for the prediction, and the blue line here is representing the predictions, and the red line here, dark red line, it is representing the reference price. Each prediction comes with a reference price. For example, if we have a bullish prediction for a particular stock, let's say the algorithms is expecting a price increase during the next 10 business days, obviously there needs to be a reference price. If we are expecting a price increase for a given stock, or if the algorithm is expecting that, then it needs to expect, or it needs to have that expectation based on a defined price level, which happens to be the reference price here in this case. So you can see both the reference price and the prediction itself on the same graph. One interesting thing that can be important for many users actually is to see the volatility figures of these stocks, because volatility is one of the parameters that can be used when determining the stop loss and the sell target, especially for short-term trading. So here we have a toggle overlay volatility on chart. If I just enable that, then I start seeing the volatility figures as well, and how the volatility has been trending over time for this particular stock. You see the light gray line here, it is going down and up again. And the values, y-axis for this volatility here, is added to the end of the secondary y-axis. If I disable the volatility chart, then you recognize that the volatility numbers or values are disappearing here, and even the volatility line is removed from the chart. But if I enable that again, then I start seeing the volatility. We, for example, see that the predictions are going up and down, and also maybe with regards to that, you maybe want to see how the volatility has been trending for that particular stock. Maybe the price increase expectation is increasing. But on the other hand, if the volatility has been low, maybe it may be a reason for you to avoid for short-term trading. As an example, I don't mean here that you should be doing in this way or that way. I'm just giving some examples. It is how it works. So apart from Palantir, maybe we want to see the Microsoft. And then if I just write MSFT and I find the Microsoft in the list, if I just click on that, I start seeing the numbers for Microsoft. You can do the same for any other stock from American stock markets. As mentioned, our system covers more than 5,000 stocks, and these predictions are renewed on each market day before the markets open. So thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.